And I hate to do that because my mom just called me and I had to rush her off the phone because I was in the moment there. And I don't want to do that with anybody. I want to be humble and kind. It's my mother, I don't want to whatever, but she's part of it too because I spent 82 days in jail because I was trying to move out of my house, out of my mom's house. She had cancer. Thank God that she's clear. She's clear and free. She's been clear for 3 months now, and she passed her 3-month evaluation. So glory be to God on that one. That I haven't missed out on people dying like that. I've lost friends, but I've never really lost someone that I really care like intimately, other than my good buddy Kyle Quackenbush. He got shot by the police, and man, he was a ride or die cat. But thank God I haven't lost anybody to death. I haven't lost my mom or my dad or my aunt or my brother or some of my closest friends. All of my friends, and I consider all of you friends. But she said when she got cancer, she said, Zach, my dying wish for you is to not do meth anymore. And I told her the truth. I said, Mom, I don't know if I can do that. I can't promise you that. So I told her the truth, and then ever since that point on, she did just the most outrageous things to antagonize me. Like, I drew her a picture once. I figured out that I can paint. God gave me a gift to paint, and I never thought I could paint or rap or write poetry or invent stuff or dance. But I mean, all this stuff, going through all this, you learn stuff about yourself when you're going through these struggles. So I was painting her a picture, and I can paint, the chick of my dreams, I can paint her perfectly. But now my mom, I always have a hard time drawing her. I have no idea why. No clue why, but it's just one of those things. And I finally, God allowed me to draw just a silly, beautiful picture, albeit, and it was her sticking out her tongue, saying, at the bottom, it said, angels do exist. Now, I went in, I was so proud of it, and I showed it to her, and she said, what do? Just spend all your time out there doing meth? Painting pictures? When, mind you, I didn't use it just to do it. I did it to work, and to clean, and to fix, and granted, I liked jerking off on it too, it was great on that. But like, I have such ideas that I felt guilty for even taking a shower. But I was working 24 hours a day, literally, and maybe an hour or two of that was masturbating. So I'd work for 22, 23 hours, and then I'd either shower, eat, and maintain, put in eye drops, brush my teeth, and then get up and go do it all over again. So when I would take 5 minutes to paint this picture, it just hurt. It broke my heart. So she's sitting there screaming at me, and I'm just not saying anything because at this time, like I said, you might not think that she's not antagonizing me, but it's true. I know the truth. Because I go in there, I show her the painting, she just starts screaming at me. This is all you do with your time, you're going to do meth, you got to get your life straight, all this shit. And I didn't say a word. I just couldn't believe it. Because at this time, I'm so downbeaten. I've already been to jail once for 110 days the first time. And heartbroken for fucking 2 years on this now already. And so I walk out, and she's just screaming at me. She follows me and just screaming at me, laying into me. I'm not saying a word, man. She won't fucking leave me alone. I'm trying to get away from her, and she's just fucking screaming at me for painting her a picture. And so she's standing right next to me, and I fucking smashed the painting in the garbage. And she's like, I feel like you did that just to hurt me. And I'm like, no shit, how do you think it makes me feel? And I felt she walked inside then. So I felt so bad for fucking breaking this picture because it was beautiful. It was a pretty good picture. And I wrote her a poem. A little poem, and I drew her a picture of a rose. and it was a stem, and I put a thorn on it, and I pointed to it, and I pointed, and I said, this thorn is the thorn always in my mother's side, and I named it Zach. I mean, this is crazy. I got put in jail for trying to talk to my fiance, dude. You know, it's so crazy. I went to the state's attorney. I had 4 restraining order violations on it. And I showed the state's attorney that we were in contact. We're clearly texts and going back and forth, back and forth. I even showed him a picture of a pregnancy test from her phone to mine saying she's not pregnant. All while we're not supposed to be together. And I'm like, I don't want her to get in trouble for this, but I don't want to fucking get in trouble for this, okay? So he drops them. He drops the restraining orders, right? Like you should. But he doesn't drop the restraining order itself. So I get 2 more. I get 2 more at this time. I got like fucking 12 of them now, man. This is fucking insane. And this lady, state's attorney, I tell her the same thing. We're still together. I show her updated messages, updated pictures of us together. And she's like, that doesn't matter, Mr. Decker. And I was like, well, Jim dropped him. Jim Hope, he's the state's attorney who dropped him. And she said, Mr. Decker, if I was him, I wouldn't have dropped those first 4. So she offers me a deal of 60 days. 60 days in jail. And I'm like, oh my God, this lady ain't gonna budge, and I'm relatively new to the court system, so if I would have got a lawyer, probably could have threw it out, but I'm just like, let's do this. I went and talked to her in person a couple times to like, hey man, you know, I don't know what to do, and she's just railroading me. And so I take it dumbfounded. I don't know, you know, I could have fucking prevented this, but it is all God's plan. In the end, it is. But I mean, I just don't know how to speak up against this shit anymore. So I signed the plea agreement for if she cut it down 30 days. That's what she did. She cut it down to 30 days. And so I sign it, and or I don't sign it yet, but I'm talking about signing it. I say I verbally agree over the phone. And so then, like 6 days later, I sign it on the fucking anniversary, March 3rd, when she cheated on me with this guy. I signed it on then, and so it was already just a fucking bad day, man, and then I gotta sign this shit. I'm going to jail for 30 fucking days, man. I'm heartbroken, and I'm crying a lot, man. I got a lot of pain inside, but I'll try to fucking not be a crybaby. But it's been a fucking wild ride, okay? So, on March 9th, I believe, is when I did the shoveling snow, and this guy came up and assaulted me, and I got arrested for it. So, I'm thinking that she's gonna be a good white person, or whatever, like white as in pure, not white as in color or whatever. And don't get me misconstrued, I love everybody, so don't fucking take my shit out of context. My dog is black, okay? He's like the best thing in the world to me, dude. I love him. Some of my best friends are, man, whatever, I ain't got nothing against them. You're either a fucking, you're who you are. You're a shit person or you're not, whatever, and that doesn't mean anything, whatever. But, so, because there's white trash, there's Indians, there's prairie niggers, there's white trash and there's white people, there's niggers and there's black people. You know, don't take offense to it. It's not like that. It's just like a term when you call someone a faggot, but you're not against them. You know, do what you want. You know, just don't hit on me, or if you do, maybe it'll help my self-esteem. Whatever, but I'm not going to do anything with you. So whatever. I'm not prejudiced. I'm very loving, you know? I mean, that's all I've done is just try and help people. That's what I do. Because my family has been that way since I was a kid. They showed me how to love. And now all of a sudden, simply because I'm doing meth, they're just going crazy on me. Crazy. I mean, you'd think that I was a murderer. Like, that I actually murdered someone. God says if you hate your brother, you have had murder in your heart before, so I understand that. Because if you hate them, you don't want them to be around and you hate their existence. So technically you're a murderer. So, in that respect, but I'm going to go to a different video. I'm going to start this now, again.